And welcome to Touchline. I'm your host, Anthony Totera, and welcome here to Niagara Falls, Ontario to the 2013 Center Circle Awards. And tonight we'll have an opportunity to speak to the who's who at the grassroots level here in Ontario. And joining us right now is Chris Loucks of Northwest London. Chris, congratulations on what a great presentation you had out there. I was in it for most of it, and I really enjoyed your passion, your desire, your honesty. You didn't sugarcoat it. But let's be honest, it's an uphill battle still. People have doubts. Parents are going to be a handful. What is the most important message you want to get across?
Well, thanks, Anthony. I think that from a long-term player development and getting the message across to parents is being honest. We need to give them the truth. We need to give them what's in it for them and what's in it for their children. Every parent wants what's best for their kids. So I love soccer. I love the game. And we need to just break it down for them in something simple that they can understand and relates to them as a player.
Some parents might want their kids to have scores kept. You're saying no. Why?
Well, I think that when you keep scores and standings, it's the parents, you just said, they want that. The kids will know, they understand. When we were kids and we played on the streets, we knew who scored, who won, but 10 minutes after it didn't matter. So taking the emphasis off of that scores and standings and publishing it, allowing the kids to learn when to promote it and be excited about it, but it's not the be and all end all.
My concern is this, the kids will have everything in their mind too much, I think, all at once. And I think what's important is the coaches are all on board, that we get them to understand and all the info they need. Are we doing that really today still?
We're getting better at it. You saw in the room today, we have people at a conference who haven't seen our OSA video, and it's been out for a year and a half now. So it's a never-ending battle, and I think that we just have to continue to talk about it every day. Clubs are a big key for it. A lot of clubs are just getting into LTPD and giving the message. So it's just got to happen every day and make sure that we're really honest with people to give them the value.
Chris, let me ask you this. I mean, a lot of people are saying that it's too much, too quick. They're getting bombarded with paper, with demonstrations, you name it. And I think what they want to see is actual long-term player development start, get it going and see how it is. What would you want to say to them about all this bombardment of stuff to them?
Well, I think long-term player development has been talked about. Long-term athlete development was presented years ago. Progressive clubs have been aware of it for a long time and have already started doing things. So if you as a club haven't put the process in place and all of a sudden you have to do it for 2014, you're going to have problems. The literature out there has to be managed. Generally, we tend to be as clubs, we take the OSA information and adopt it a little bit to what the message is for our parents and clubs. And I think minimizing some of the amount of literature that they're getting from outside sources makes a big difference.
Last thing is this, what's one key thing you want to get out of this for the kids, the coaches, the parents, and everyone involved? What's the one thing you really want to see out of this?
It's in my presentation, I talked about a player-centered approach to the game we love. And I think that becomes all about the player. And it's give the kids at the younger ages of LTPD the passion for the game that I have, that you have, and allow them just to grow within the game.
Chris Loucks, I love your passion. I love your desire to make the game better for all the kids and all the coaches. Congratulations again. Keep up the good work. We need soldiers, I call them, like you out there. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the time.
And right now, joining me is Giovannini from Saltfleet Soccer Club. Congratulations on what a great presentation you had out there. You were down to earth, you were honest, and you really wanted to get your message across. What is that message that you really want to get across to everyone?
First of all, thank you, Anthony. The message that we want to get across to all our community, to whoever is involved in soccer, is that the focus should be on player development, to offer the players the proper tools at the proper ages to develop and to one day perform at their best.
How are you going to get that mentality changed from the young coaches out there, even the older coaches that want to win that $2 medal, that $2 trophy at all costs and let 3 or 4 or 5 kids sit on the bench game in and game out? How are you from Saltfleet going to change that?
Well, what we're going to try to do is, or I'm going to try to do is, help the coaches understand that this is the right pathway to follow. And if we follow this pathway, I'm sure that they're going to see down the road the benefits of this program and what it will do for our children tomorrow.
You mentioned resistance from parents, and you know what? Sometimes I think parents take too many bullets, as I might say, for reasons I don't understand. Because all they want is a good development for their son or daughter. They care, and there's a lot of them out there that understand the game. And if they see that it's not done properly, they should speak out. Do you not agree?
Yes, I agree. Parents have the right to express their opinion, and at the same time, when they do express their opinion, we want to be there to help them understand what is the best thing in the sport of soccer for their children's development.
But when you see some parents say, that they're seeing some other coaches and they know just as much as them, that's a battle right there. How do you convince the parent to say, leave it up to the coaches, they know how to do what's right for your child?
Well, we're trying to make the right choices and putting the right coaches in those positions. So putting the right coaches in those positions, we hope that the parents understand that they can trust the coach that they have in front of them, that will develop their child not only as a soccer player but also as an all-round good boy, let's say.
Well said. The last thing is this. What is the vibe out there in your club, in your district, in your area from people talking about long-term player development? Is people asking a lot of questions that you have answers for? Is there hesitation, trepidation? What is there?
Well, the vibe seems to be very good. Logically, there are a lot of doubts in people. I don't think they realize the fundamental fact of LTPD. I think down the road, we'll see what happens. It may take a little bit more time for them to totally understand what LTPD is, but I'm sure that as time goes on, they'll realize what we're trying to do is best for the children in the sport.
Christian Giovannini from Saltfleet Soccer Club. You can tell in his face he really cares. Great presentation. Good luck to you, your club, but more importantly, good luck to all the kids and coaches out there moving forward.
Thank you very much, Anthony. I really appreciate it, and I'm sure it's well appreciated on behalf of our soccer club and our community.
Thank you so much. And now joining me is Paul Varian, a guy that everyone knows in the soccer community in Ontario. Paul, welcome to the Soccer Conference here. What a day it has been. What a couple days it has been. I want to talk to you specifically about OPDL, and the fireworks are out. Some are for it, some are against it, and there's a lot of questions. Let's start with this one. If you're not ready for 2014, I'm hearing from a lot of clubs that when would they have to wait? And why do they have to wait since the information and everything is coming out so late?
Well, in terms of when the OPDL will be looking for applications, the first round of applications for under 13 and under 14 age groups in 2014-2015 is this summer. It's obviously needed for those applications to come forward now for us to prepare in time for the launch of the season next year. But the league does scale out age group by age group over the next 6 years through 2019 with another 23 league at the end. In 2019, and there will be a chance for leagues or clubs to come in and apply for licenses every 2 years, so in 2016 and 2018 and so on. And the reason for that, Anthony, is the association is aware that clubs evolve, clubs change, clubs grow, and organizations that may not have the capacity or capability or even desire to be part of the OPDL right now may do it at a later time, and we need windows of opportunity for them to come in. And there may be some teams as well that come in and later move out of the league. So there needs to be a constant process whereby there's always opportunities for clubs to come in, and they shouldn't feel rushed. They should come in and lodge their applications when they feel are ready.
I'm concerned that the ones that do have desire, Paul, they might not have the almighty dollar to get in, but they really have that desire. How do you help them out?
Well, it's difficult, Anthony, because as I said in the presentation today, we really can't avoid the fact that high-performance sport is expensive. It's the same across all sports, and it's just an unfortunate function of it. When you get into high-performance sport, it becomes inconvenient, it becomes expensive, and the commitment that's required is as much from the parents as it is for the players. So there's no denying this will be a more expensive proposition for organizations that want to get involved, and more expensive probably for the parents too, but that's nothing that isn't any different that exists in other sports at a high-performance level.
There's no denial as well that the facilities out there are far and few, that we need more and more quality facilities out there. What is the OSA doing? What are some of the bigger clubs doing to petition their local government to talk to some of the people that can help out to get better facilities, grass facilities, Paul? I'm getting really tired of always the turf facilities, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, since this season does go of the OPDL for 28 rounds, goes for 7 months, there'll be a need for turf facilities in the shoulder seasons. And since the league requires full 12-month-a-year programming, there'll be a need for winterized facilities as well. But they can be school gyms. They don't have to be Vaughan Soccer Centre style facilities. It would be nice to have them, as you say, but that's not necessary. You can commit to the programming that you need to develop these players in the winter using straightforward, simple gym facilities. We'd love to see more facilities. We always want to see more come online. I think how they are expanded is a matter for clubs to bring that to their local government authorities and try to convince them to develop that capital. But we'd hope that the OPDL is another tool that they can use to help convince the holders of public capital to build it that way.
Now, Paul, one time you were with a big, powerful youth club in the province of Ontario and in Canada, for that matter, where there was a lot of finances, there was a lot of players that were registered, and right now you've changed. You've, looking at trying to do something completely different. What role are you going to play in the OPDL?
Me personally?
Yes.
Well, I've had 3 great years at Oakville Soccer Club. It's a wonderful organisation, and I really enjoyed my time there. What I'm keen to do now, Anthony, is try to bring the skills I have in developing clubs to other clubs in the sport. So I'm looking to, on a consulting basis, bring that out to the Ontario Soccer Association at large, the entire family. I've been doing some work in recent months for the OSA on this league, really the back end of it, helping build the business planning, the financial modelling, all the things that tend to go wrong in these leagues. I've been trying to build for them to make sure that this league can be sustainable. So I'm here really to try to help build more Oakvilles, if you want to put it that way. And at the end of the day, this system is only as strong as the clubs, and strong clubs means a strong game.
I'll be very honest. I don't care that you're standing here. I'll tell you right to your face. I'm glad that you're on board because you're a guy that has a business background. You can bring a lot to the table, like a guy like Jason DeVos, Dino Rossi, and these guys right now. Paul, I don't know about you, but I feel a buzz in the air. I feel a passion that all these guys want to give back, want to get this right, want to get this country back in the World Cup for the men specifically.
Yeah, I share your enthusiasm, and I do agree with you. There is a mood for change in the air, and there's excitement and enthusiasm that is moving from talk to action. I mean, not everyone's going to agree with the directions that have been taken, but I don't think anyone can say the OSA is not moving forward in a very proactive way. You're right, some of these individuals that are getting involved, they're crucial people. This is all about people at the end of the day, and more people need to get on board. And the more people of influence in particular that support this and get out and get active in it, the more effective the change will be.
The last part is this. I mentioned guys like yourself, Jason, Dino. You guys bring a different part to OPDL that can really help out in many different ways, whether it's the business, the ex-player, the coach, you name it. How important is it for an OPDL club to have those different components in place to succeed? Because if they have fantastic coaching and they don't have that business part, they could be sunk real soon.
That's a really good point and a very, very good question. And part of the standards that are being asked for license holders are financial and organizational standards. The license holders must have administrative staff, not just technical staff. And leadership in these organizations is of paramount importance. So you're absolutely right. This is not just leadership at a provincial or national level. It's not just high-profile people. It's everyone. And the organizations that want to be part of this need to exhibit that as much as the governing bodies, because at the end of the day, a lot has been asked of them. They've been asked to raise the levels of programming, to spend more, to put more commitment into the athletes on a long-term basis in a sustainable way. So I've never seen an organization that can do that without strong leadership. So that needs to occur in the clubs, as you say, as well as the governing bodies.
Welcome aboard, Paul Varian, and much success to you and all the people that are working on the OPDL. It is vital, important for the player and the clubs today. Paul, again, good luck, and I hope we bring what we need to the kids and to the coaches on OPDL.
Thank you, Anthony. Always good to see you.